Good day, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike T. Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, pal?
I'm so good.
Yeah?
So good.
Why?
Just spectacular.
No, you don't look spectacular.
I am
What's going-
fantastic.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's Monday. What could be better?
Ugh, don't remind me. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good weekend, though.
It was a great weekend.
Decent weekend.
Sure.
I've come to the realization
Yeah.
I hate preseason football.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'll probably always watch it on some level. It
Well,
just seems pointless.
It's not pointless, though. I mean, it's if you're expecting good, clean football, then no, you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
But if you take it for what it is and, understand that the top half of all the rosters are all set, these games are to figure out the back half on who's actually going to make this team.
I know, but they're doing
And most of these guys you'll never see again. Half these guys that are playing in the fourth quarter of the second preseason game, you'll never see on a field again.
Oh, I get it. I totally understand that, and I agree that it's important.
Right.
Every sport needs its kind of kickstart. It's spring training. It needs its preseason. But they're doing this thing now where it's much more common for these guys to scrimmage midweek with each other.
Right.
And so they're getting all their first team reps in versus other teams' ones on defense and offense during that untelevised thing, which would probably be more fun to watch in a highlight reel.
It would.
Than it would be, these games. Yeah. But
it generally turns out to be a pretty poor product that they put out there.
Yeah.
For these games.
Yeah, it's like, okay, can we just fast forward a couple weeks and get there?
Yeah, basically. I mean,
that's where I want to get.
We're talking about the Lions. I mean, I'm sure you watch more than just that, but
I watched my Niners, but
Bridgewater played the whole first half, but he's been here a week.
Yeah.
So they literally just. It was
here's
10% of the handbook, and so it was just about getting him reps and up to game speed. I really could not give a shit less about winning a preseason game.
Yeah.
On some level, it's nice to see your team competing, even the scrubs, because it's our scrubs against your scrubs. Our scrubs are better than your scrubs. Fuck your scrubs. So there's something cool about that.
Yeah.
But if you're really thinking more big picture, they ran a very basic offense. Teddy's been here a week.
Yeah.
He hasn't even been in a camp. I mean, he's rusty. You just had to get him out there and do what you could do. It was going to be an ugly product, and I'm sure, were 100% okay with that going in.
Yeah.
That was almost the game plan. I mean, if it worked out, great. He handed the ball off to Craig Reynolds. Craig. About 42 times in that first half, so... him wearing number 50 is just weird. I know it's not going to stay that. It's because he was late, and his number
what is
5.
5?
He's number 5 is already taken.
Okay, who's wearing 5?
I think JMO.
No, he's 9.
Somebody's already 5. Anyway, regardless, somebody's already 5. And it's,
so he needs a bunch of guys to get cut.
All the other 1 through 20s are taken.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a shit ton of people that are cut. I mean, Sudfeld and Martinez probably won't make this team. I'm not even,
Yeah, they'll keep a third. It'll probably be Sudfeld.
Well, I don't know what Hooker's deal is, if he's on if he's going to be on a pup list or
Hooker's
what his... There. Right, so he's our third. So whether they're going to carry 3 on a roster, if he gets a...
Yeah, that's interesting.
Different spot, somebody will be on the practice squad, whatever it is.
Well, they expanded it this year, the 49er rule, essentially, from the championship game, where you're allowed to carry 3, quarterbacks now. Because, when Brock Purdy went down and then what's-his-name went down in the championship game, I mean, it literally ruined Championship Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was over in the first quarter, and it wasn't competitive. It sucked. Sucked for fans everywhere in the world watching except Philadelphia. They didn't care.
Right.
But it sucked for everybody else.
Dub's a dub.
Like, yeah. And I totally get that feeling. If I was an Eagles fan, I'd be like, murder the quarterback. Who gives a shit? Get him out of there.
Should have been tougher.
Yeah. Nice having a pussy elbow UCL joint.
Right. All your quarterbacks were going to break. Jeez.
Yeah. Barely even touched him, and we broke all of them. But the NFL knows that's not a good thing.
No.
And so it's like, okay, we cannot have our star running back throwing passes in a championship game, unless it's like a trick play. But no, he can't be under center, so we're going to let everybody run a third quarterback. So I don't know.
Well, you can. I mean, you always could. You could have.
Yeah, but they're adding that so that you can have your regular roster and have an emergency quarterback.
So you can have 54 man on your roster?
Guess.
Not just a regular roster spot?
I guess. Something like that.
I'm not aware of this new rule.
Yeah, it is. It's the championship game rule. But there's something to it. I can't remember all the details. Probably should have looked it up before I started yapping about it. But there's something to that.
Do your own research, people.
Yeah.
We can just, can lead you to the water, but we can't make you drink.
I got to tell you, though, I did. So we've got the football package.
Yeah.
Right? Because out-of-market games, we'll obviously watch our Lions, but as a Niners fan, and we just like watching good football games.
Yeah, exactly. I would rather watch whatever game I want to watch as opposed to whatever 4 o'clock they're going to put on CBS.
Right. And more often than not, it's the fucking Cowboys that I couldn't care less about, or the Bears, or the Packers in market, kind of regional. It's like, no, man. You know what? I want to see Herbert going against Mahomes or Burrow.
I want to see whoever I got the most fantasy guys going in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Pay attention to that.
So YouTube TV, not YouTube, but I don't think it's on YouTube, but YouTube TV has the package now. Got it from DirecTV. So a lot of people are cutting the cord and going that route, which I did. And one of the things they're doing, at least for these preseason games, they'll probably do a regular season too. That Niner game that I wanted to watch was not live on Saturday night, and so I had to wait till Sunday at 10:30 if I wanted to watch it. But after the game, they put a 41-minute video out of every play. No commercials, no bullshit.
Well, that's what NFL Network does during the week. Don't they do an edited version of every game during the week?
Something like that.
Yeah, they just go whistle to whistle.
Yeah.
NFL
And it's
Network does
cool.
that. Yeah, so you can, during the week, they'll replay just about every game, I think, at some point throughout the week.
They will.
And it's edited like that. It's just whistle to whistle, no bullshit, no fluff. It's just fantastic. Yeah, 40 minutes, and you can watch an entire game.
You're in, you're out.
Because there's so much downtime. I mean, that's really a 3-hour game. It takes 40 minutes to play.
Yeah. It does.
That's the irony of it, yeah.
Exactly. And it's I found it highly enjoyable. Just
best.
be like bang, 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 bang. The only thing that sucks is when they're in mid-sentence on something.
And it cuts right out.
And it cuts right out, and you're like, what was he about to say? Or what's he talking about when they cut to the next whistle, and they're finishing up a thought, and you're like,
what was that about?
So there's some of that,
I'll deal with it.
But
for the most part,
I don't
need to hear what these heads say.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, what a fun weekend too. Greg Henson stopped by.
Ah, yes, sir.
With Oyster. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
How many G's are in that?
3 G's. Yeah, it's tough. I don't trust 3 G's. You know that. Long-standing rule.
I know, right.
Brought his wife over, Nicole.
Lovely lady.
Yeah, and we had some fun. He told me he was going to bring Oyster by a new puppy. It's only
brand new,
10 weeks old or something. Tiny little thing, but it's a Cece. It's an Aussie Shepherd.
Yep.
He loved Cece so much, and so he couldn't resist and got this puppy. And so Bogey was here and Cece, and they were just chasing each other all over the house, all over the yard. It was awesome.
It was funny. I was talking to him because the tail wasn't cropped. Right, I mean, the tail was cropped. I mean, the dog doesn't have a tail. Cece wasn't.
Has a tail.
Right, it has a full tail. So it looks weird, just like a person's ass running around,
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, man, you got the tail cropped. And sometimes, if you get it from a breeder or whatever, maybe you don't have the chance or the opportunity.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to find out that it was bred out of the dog.
Yeah.
They don't even grow fucking tails anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even grow tails. Like, that fucking mind-boggling to me.
You would think that would take...
generations of evolution.
But
centuries, you would think, and even
millions of years of evolution.
But even so, it grows a tail. You chop it off. How does the next dog know that you don't grow a tail now?
Yeah.
How does that get down through the DNA?
I have no idea. I don't know, but I did find it interesting over the weekend or last weekend. I guess someone was telling me about that. Because I love Cece's tail.
Oh, yeah, the best.
It's awesome. And I had to make that decision 3 days after she was born.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Do you want us to keep this tail or we're snipping it?
That's why I thought he had done that. So I was going to ask him what his thought process was on why you had it instead of kept it. And he was like, no, it wasn't even an option. Like, it doesn't even grow.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Yeah, it is weird. But, it looks weird on a Doberman Pinscher to see a tail.
Well, it's
you know
true,
what I mean?
right.
Like
just that little nub.
Yeah. And I think Izzy looks good without a tail, but it's maybe it's just what I'm used to. Dobermans forever growing up, they've never had a tail.
There's just always, I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Those are always just cropped when they cut off.
I guess. Yeah. Because some of them do have
like circling a dick.
Huh?
Chopping off a dog's tail? Is that like circling a dick?
For some breeds. But apparently, I found out why they do that, and it's obvious once you learn it, because it's like, why would you want this beautiful tail not there? And it gets all fluffy and shit with CC, and it's because they don't want, when they're herding dogs. So if you're on the farm and you're herding sheep and horses or cattle, those animals will step on those tails and they'll bite those tails. And so they don't want to give them the chance to do that and fuck their dogs up.
Yeah.
And so they snip them off.
Makes sense.
They snip their whip.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way. She's not out there herding like that. Not snipping that whip. So anyways, but that was a lot of fun. And people wanted us to do a show. We were totally willing.
Yeah.
But Greg was in a hurry. He and his wife had shit to do. So they just wanted to pop by and show us Oyster, but he's like, dude, I'll be back in 2 Fridays, and Friday after next, and we'll bang one out. So
cool.
Can look forward to that.
Why is he going to be here in 2 weeks?
What's that?
Why is he going to be here in 2 weeks?
I don't know. What's going on in Michigan?
Michigan game.
Michigan football.
Woo!
Yeah. And you know what? I told him, I said, dude, you're going to have to fill me in on everything because I haven't followed anything. I'm going in. This is the blindest I've ever gone in to a college football season.
I mean, what is there to know?
I don't know.
Aside from Harbaugh's getting suspended for a few games or whatever his.
Okay. What did you buy someone a hamburger or some shit? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the extent of what I know about Michigan football. Apparently, they're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, and right. The beauty of this is, okay, we're going to suspend you the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah.
For your non-conference when you play Ball State and Oakland Community College.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Ooh.
We'll swing by.
In the Johnny Manziel documentary, it was like, oh, he got busted for signing autographs and taking money and all that, and they suspended him for the first half of a game.
Yeah.
Against nobody. And you're like, ooh.
Okay.
Real tough.
Take a break, kid.
They know they needed,
Of course.
Johnny Manziel.
They had to do something.
To promote. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're getting tough on it. It just goes to prove what I think all along, which is why when these guys hit abroad or something, I'm like, okay, now we get into the game where they pretend to actually give a shit whether these guys do that. He got into a fight outside of a bar. Oh, he smacked a bitch. Oh, he did that. And it's like, okay, just tell me, like, all right, we're forced to do something. Otherwise, the outrage people are going to come.
Yeah.
They don't care at all. They're like, yeah.
No, they just have to act like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Believe me, they would let it go if they could.
Yes.
I'd much rather have them on the field.
Oh, and they swept shit under the rug for decades.
Yeah, I mean, but unless it's a third string backup nobody.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck you. You're off the team. You're never playing football again.
Yeah.
We're going to eat that $50,000 contract.
Exactly.
You just go. That's it. We can't have that. But if you're Ray Rice, hurry up. Come on back.
I had mad respect for Jimmy Johnson. When it was like, well, yeah, what if Troy Aikman fell asleep in your meeting? He's like, you're not Troy Aikman. Fuck off. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, be Troy Aikman, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. No, you are not Troy Aikman. That's why your ass is cut, and he can nap in a fucking meeting if he wants.
Yep.
Because he's our starting quarterback. He's QB1. Sorry. Rules are different for the Stars.
It's just how it goes.
It is how it goes. And it's like that, honestly, everywhere.
It sure is.
To act like there's just equity everywhere. Equity across the board everywhere. Stop.
You don't mean there could possibly be like a 2-tiered justice system or anything like that, do you?
Well, who knows? Oh, man. One of the other stories that popped off, and my liberal buddies could not wait to text me and throw it in my face like, aha, was old Kid Rock. Kid Rock stirred some shit was it Thursday, Friday?
End of last week, yeah. We didn't get to it.
We didn't do a show. It must have happened Thursday night after the show or something.
It might even been Friday. Well, Thursday or Friday, whatever it was.
Okay, he was spotted.
We did a show. We did some Patreon stuff over the weekend, but
yes,
we chose not to speak about it.
We chose not to talk about this topic because we figured, let's.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to think we were avoiding it.
Right.
Like, oh, God, hey, we talked about the Bud Light thing, the fallout. Did. We talked about the Dylan Mulvaney stuff. We've spent a considerable amount of time just discussing the story. It really is a fascinating, interesting story.
Yeah, it's so much more than just, transphobic. It's
right.
way bigger than that. The message that was sent, how it all went down, the lines that were drawn, things like that.
Right.
The effect that it's had.
And Bud Light is an interesting case study in that when people go ape shit and they're like, oh, Coca-Cola's gone woke, they don't want white people in their meetings or something. Remember that bullshit?
Yeah, be less white.
Be less white.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was like, I'm not buying Coca-Cola. But it's like, okay, but if you go to Wendy's and all they have is Coke products, you're buying Coca-Cola. Right. So it's not so simple to just wash your daily existence of a brand that big, Coca-Cola, that owns so many things.
Yep.
The Bud Light one, there's not a place outside of the Anheuser-Busch facilities, maybe, where the only beer sold is Bud Light. That doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. You always have an option to not buy Bud Light.
Right.
And so it was like, okay, finally we have something where I can do my little part. If I don't agree with the politics, the shit that they're pulling, I can go, nope, I am not buying that beer. And maybe you'll fool me and you go, oh, you bought a Modelo and it's fucking owned by InBev too. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe. But I cannot buy that beer. Fuck that beer.
Right.
If you want.
Sends that message.
It does. And the message has to have been felt. People left those jobs. I don't care what they say. Mm-hmm. The woke broad, that Alicia Hirschfield or whatever.
She gone.
Gone. Oh, yeah, we're just, dusting off the resume. Going away for a little bit. Little sabbatical. Bullshit. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You single-handedly almost ruined a company. Completely.
Yep.
With one stupid marketing decision. So then, obviously, Kid Rock comes out with his fucking AK-47, AR-15, whatever it was, and lights up a handful of cases of Bud Light and promptly turns the camera with a giant middle finger that he's known for and says, fuck Bud Light. Mm-hmm. So he's attending the Colt Ford show in Nashville, and pictures emerge, and what do you know? Kid Rock's got a tall can of Bud Light. And people are like, oh, he's gone woke.
Yeah.
He's this, he's that.
I was wondering, like, as far as I know, he still hasn't come out with any sort of statement.
I haven't seen anything.
Nothing. He's not even responded to it.
Yeah.
Which, maybe if, look, I was at a suite in a fucking, and even that, dude, whatever. You get your own shit. Like, I was in a suite and all they had was Bud Light.
Yeah.
Like, okay, then you order something. Yeah. You're Kid Rock. You get whatever you want.
Yeah, you're Kid Rock. You can get it whatever you want. Mm-hmm. So here's what I'll say about this. I don't know what the story is. I really don't even care. Honestly, if Kid Rock has a Bud Light, who cares?
Well, it's not that I care. I don't really give a shit. I didn't care in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I didn't care whatever. But he inserted himself into this.
He became the biggest story
of all of it
in America.
He was bigger than
Dylan
Mulvaney in this thing.
Yeah.
And so to put yourself in that situation, to go to that extreme of posting a video of fuck Bud Light and blowing it up with your fucking machine gun and all that.
It'll never be sold in my bar.
Right.
That kind of shit.
But it was sold in his bar. It was never stopped.
It was stopped for like a week.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what one person says. So I've got a story out of Newsweek.
Okay.
And they said he was previously mocked for continuing to sell Bud Light at his Tennessee bar, even though he vowed to ban it. I mentioned it to the waitress. She said they actually stopped selling it for a week right after Kid Rock's video, then started selling it again. That is from George Shearer told Newsweek at the time.
Yeah, because I remember somebody was actually there, and it was...
And it
must have been just about a week after that, because it wasn't long after that, but it wasn't right after.
Yeah.
So it must have been at least a week, but that there was Bud Light there.
Yeah.
But
so here's what I'll say about Kid Rock. I don't know what happened here. I'm not even going to text people in his camp. I'm not even going to waste time doing that. You know what I mean? Kid Rock is now and has always been a brilliant marketer. He's a salesman. He's a hype guy. He doesn't shy away from the controversy. He doesn't give a fuck. He really doesn't either. He's a good dude. He really is. And he's worth well over $100 million. He doesn't give a shit. So Kid Rock being at a show in a suite would 100% know that everybody around there is going to be taking photos of him. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea that Kid Rock standing there with a fucking can of Bud Light on the ledge
rail.
And he didn't think anyone was... No, Kid Rock knows that every place he goes on planet Earth is photographed by 1,000 people every single day. Yeah. Every day. So there's no way he would just be stupid and do this. So what does that tell you? What does that mean?
We would talk about this a little bit. Like, is there shenanigans afoot? Is there something else going on? Did
Kid Rock wants to make money.
Did Bud Light offer him a buyout to come back to the Team Bud Light? I don't know. I don't have those answers. But
you suggested that to me, and you asked, what would it cost?
What would the number be?
If Bud Light, who has lost billions with a B in market value, okay, that's not sustainable. And if people don't get back on board, that's a real problem. So if they humbly went to Kid Rock and said, look, man, your whole audience is our base.
Yep.
This twat fucked this up for us. We're trying to make good. What is it going to cost, kid, for you to be out in public, not at a fucking sanctioned event, but just doing your night out and just drink a Bud Light for us? $5 million?
Yeah, I mean,
$5 million bucks.
It would have to be at least that.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it for $100,000.
No, God, no. But I don't know. The sad part is while yes, he's a great marketer and businessman and all that, he doesn't need the
$5
money,
million, no.
right? So even if it were $5 million, it's not. Fuck you. I'll piss on $5 million.
Yeah,
you know
he could.
So I really don't know, because I just don't see a situation where he would sell out for the money. Now, is there something else bigger? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I just can't wrap my head around the fact that
it's hard to imagine
it's like I
that
said,
he would
doesn't
want to
need it.
blatantly piss in the face of the fans that stood with him.
Right. That he started this fucking thing.
Right.
And then to just come out, so I don't know. That's why I've been really curious if there's a statement out of his camp or something to address it on some level, to whether they excuse it or they say, yeah, hey, came to my senses. Fucking Bud Light's still my guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's going to be, just something.
Yeah.
As opposed to everybody just going, ooh, did they pay him?
Yeah.
Is he a hypocrite?
Have people said that? I haven't heard people say that. Now, I have read stories. There's stuff going around
that was
right
my
now.
own hot take?
I haven't heard it from anyone else. I mean, my thought, the reason we were talking about it off the air a couple days ago, my thought was, Kid Rock is way too smart, way too media savvy, and he's been in the game way too fucking long to accidentally get caught with a Bud Light like that.
Yep.
That I know for sure. That's a fact. So accidentally, or that was purposefully done, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
I could be wrong.
It's hard to argue against that.
But it's just knowing what that guy's been his whole career, what his game is, the controversy he courts and welcomes, the whole attitude thing. Yeah. There's no way this was just like, oh, hey, kid, here, have a beer. And he's like, oh, yeah, Bud Light. I'm going to put it on the ledge and stand here holding it. No.
Yeah.
He's not that dumb. He's way too savvy for that.
Yeah.
So
it's not like this came from, some interview and they asked him about the Bud Light thing and he went out of his way to insert himself into this whole situation and start this revolution against Bud Light.
Yeah.
He's the fucking cult leader of the revolution against Bud Light.
And it wasn't even, the funny thing is, it wasn't even Bud Light. It was a much larger message.
But Bud Light is
it was the catalyst of it. But
that's the bullseye in this thing. I mean, that's who took the brunt of it.
Some people are saying, not me,
okay,
not you. One person is saying Kid Rock is the victim of photoshopping.
No
and
way.
was drinking a Coors Light, not a Bud Light.
Nope. Wrong.
Way
wrong.
No.
Way wrong.
No. I don't buy it. Too many angles.
Yep. Too many pictures, too many angles.
Yeah. If it was just
Tell me how
still image and it was and you go, I don't know, those blues line up right.
Something looks Coors Light there. Skinny?
Not all of them.
Cans?
Not always.
Okay.
Not at venues. They kind of have the
maybe. Oh.
Yeah. They have the can. They have the fatter can. So one user says the can of beer in Kid Rock's hand was photoshopped, posted several photos showing alleged evidence of video photo
Then show
editing.
me the picture that has a Coors Light in there. Show me the picture that's a Coors Light in his hand.
Yeah.
If this was photoshopped after the fact, then every picture would be a Coors Light photo.
Yeah, that would be so
and this
easy
wouldn't
to
be
disprove.
everybody that took these pictures was specifically trying to get him.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That is stupid
on its face.
On its face.
Not to mention, Kid Rock has gone radio silent for 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah, if that really was,
if that was a Coors Light,
been on that day,
he'd have been like,
fuck yourself.
I was drinking a fucking Coors Light. My name is, like he would have fucking gone ape shit had they photoshopped a Bud Light in his hand. He would not be mute about it. So I don't buy that at all. Someone says, yeah, good try, pal. Thank you. That you put this much thought into this is truly respectable. Fact is, it was a Bud Light, but good try. Your hero has gone woke. I don't think Kid Rock's gone woke. But if this helps you sleep at night, then good for you. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a funny story.
I mean, it is surprising. I will say that. I was definitely caught off guard when I saw that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I just fail to believe it wasn't anything but a very deliberate act. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know what benefit it would do for Bob.
I mean, you think
to be out there with a Bud Light? You'd have to know you're going to get your dick kicked in.
Yeah,
for a
you think
week.
maybe he's just fucking stoned and drunk and not paying attention and just grabbed a beer and
maybe
wasn't even forgot at some point.
No,
I don't know.
I mean, I suppose anything's possible. Yeah. We're just speculating.
Sure,
but. No, I don't. I don't think.
Well, what if it was like our first class flight situation? He already drank all the Coors Light out of the fucking bar in there, the fridge in there, and now there's only Bud Lights left.
Again, you made the point eloquently a little while ago. He's fucking Kid Rock. They will go across the street to wherever he wants and bring back whatever he wants.
Yes.
That is
go to 7-Eleven
fact.
and buy me a case of
bring me a fifth of Jack. I don't care. Whatever it is he wants, someone will make a run out and get it for him.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
We've been in those suites.
Yes.
We've had those orders.
Yes.
Like, no, all right, we need this. Boom. It's
done.
There.
Done. And if you're Kid Rock,
it's done.
Multiply that times 1,000,000. Yeah. It's just the way it is. So... yeah. I don't know. I would like follow-up on this. I'd be interested to know. I imagine if there was some secret deal for $10 million with Bud Light and Kid Rock.
What if?
What
if? Not spoiler alert on your hijack, but what if this was all master plan to drive Bud Light into the ground to then buy up a bunch of stock and then promote it?
Ooh, the hijack theory. I like this. Idris Elba. Okay. If you're not familiar with the Apple TV series Hijack, there's some holes in it.
There's a lot of holes.
There's some holes in it, for sure.
There's a lot of holes.
There's a lot of holes in it. But it's good.
It was entertaining. It was fine. It was good, but I just was watching it just going, bullshit.
Oh, bullshit. You wouldn't do that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So many issues.
There were a few moments where it was like, oh God, I hope Troy didn't see that. He's gonna be yelling at the
TV. No fucking way.
Yeah. That's what I was doing. Hawaii still in big trouble, T.
Yeah.
Palm Springs as well. They had, Hillary's been
Palm's a fucking desert. What do you mean? What's going on there?
Well, Hillary's been a cunt forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. As long as I've known her, yeah.
Yeah. Absolute worst bitch ever. So Hurricane Hillary hit that southern coast, Baja, California.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What else are we talking about?
Well, nothing.
Yeah.
What?
So this twat fucking Hillary shows up in Palm Springs and absolutely fucking floods the place. Like, this cunt, Hillary, came ashore and, I mean, a moat around Dodger Stadium.
Oh, wow, really?
Like, an island. You made it an island.
Okay.
And Palm Springs got fucking hammered.
I think it was a little rain
Coachella.
down there.
Yeah, but these assholes haven't figured out like Arizona did. Arizona was smart enough to go, it only rains once a year, so why don't we catch the water and use it?
Because Palm Springs got enough money to just fucking waste water.
Yeah, but they don't.
They need to.
They don't. And they need to come up with a system to grab this shit and fucking use it, man. They got 2 Lake Tahoes worth of water last season. There's your climate change right there. And you did nothing with it. It just went right down the drain, right down the shitter.
Womp, womp.
Nice job, dickheads. So now when you get another fucking burner of a summer, it's hot there always.
Yeah.
And you don't get rain for 300 more days? Sorry.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Palm Springs is a lovely area. Have you been?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have. Mostly just driven through it. I've been in that general vicinity in Southern California many times, but like going through the towns of Coachella Valley and Palm Springs, they've ruined Palm Springs, in my opinion. Just with the windmills are so fucking hideous.
Oh, really?
They're so hideous.
I've been there since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, when you were a kid, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lovely area.
Stunning.
Sure.
You go through Palm Springs now, and it's those gigundous windmills.
Turbines, yeah.
They're every 10 feet, and they're for fucking ever. And it's just like they're as far as the eye can see and as deep as the eye can see. And it's just like, okay, I hope this is working. It's ugly as shit.
You ever see those fields at night? Because they all just have a flashing red light.
Oh yeah, for planes.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I was going to Indy, and I went a different way. And it kind of came like over this hill, and as I come over the hill, there was just a fucking million of them, right?
Oh, the red
lights. But all of a
lights.
sudden, it was just like these red lights. Like I went into an alien field, man. All of a sudden, it was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's windmills. But that was just a trip driving into.
Well, it won't be nearly as bad as Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, one's really dry, one's really wet.
Yeah. Well, some people got some splaining to do.
Who dat?
Well, the people that they've put in charge of emergency, blah, 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 this fucking dipshit.
Palm Springs dipshit or Hawaii dipshit?
Hawaii dipshit.
Okay.
It's like, well, we can't just give water to, out because equity. And you're like, okay, are we talking about equity right now?
Huh. Interesting.
Like, not everybody has access to water, so fuck them. And you're like, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
How about we use the water to put the fucking fire out?
Yeah.
How we do that?
We didn't alert the sirens. That guy got blown the fuck out.
Sure.
Bye-bye. And he was all proud of his decision to not fire up the sirens to warn people, because that's usually what we do for tsunamis. Okay. Really? When was the last time you were hit with a fucking tsunami in Hawaii?
Or for nuclear attacks.
Yeah, right? And so, no, the warnings didn't go off. And so people were just like in their houses, chilling and shit. And it was like, yeah, we texted and we put it out on TV and tweeted it.
Did your Amber Alert wake you up this morning?
No. Was there one?
Yeah. 15 minutes before my alarm went off. Those motherfuckers.
Really?
Yeah.
They know better than to bother me with that.
That's
bullshit.
probably smart. I got to get on your plan.
Yeah.
It went off 3 different times on my phone today.
Yeah.
Same Amber Alert.
Really?
Is there new information?
What was
it? Doing?
What were they looking for?
So
this broad gets lost all the time.
I know,
Amber.
right?
It's ridiculous.
It's in the story. I can go ahead and say it. African American women.
Okay.
Knew what they were doing because they're in it was a hotel, I believe, in Livonia.
Okay.
They both had their hoodies scrunched up over their face like this. So smart, good move there. A couple larger women.
Shock.
Snagged 2 14-day-old twins and threw them in a Jeep Cherokee and took off. Black Jeep Cherokee.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's going to work out.
Yeah.
You're going to get far with that.
Actually, I was laughing. One of the kids I work with is a black kid. He drives a black Jeep Cherokee. I was like, getting weird looks this morning on the way in.
Yeah, right? That's funny.
Yeah.
That's not going to get
I
very
wouldn't
far.
say it's funny, but yeah.
Well, it sort of is that people can be that stupid and think like in this world today that like that'll work.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in the 1800s you could.
What are you doing? I mean,
away with
normally,
a kid, but
from everything, I haven't seen anything since earlier today, but it wasn't. Usually these Amber Alerts, when somebody gets snatched, it's a dad or a relative. It's somebody close to the situation. You know what I mean? It's not just random like that. This appears to be random.
Wow.
Like,
I got to be
what's
honest.
the market for a baby these days?
I'm going to show my prejudice here.
Okay.
I don't think of black chicks as nabbing kids. It seems like a very mighty white crime.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, they're black kids. Does that change the scenario?
Maybe, but
Think white chicks are snatching black babies? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the market is.
I don't know. Do black babies get stolen often?
I don't
It
know.
just seems like a very white crime.
Well, back to my point of the Amber Alerts is usually the dad or or something.
Yeah,
it's something domestic. It's somebody involved in the
Sure.
situation. It's not just straight baby snatching.
Yeah.
It's not like a smash and grab for some kids.
Right.
Maybe there's a market for twins. Who knows?
How unattended were these 14-month-olds?
There's a lot of details that I don't know about this story.
Well, we'll stay on it.
Yep.
Going back to Hawaii. Hawaii's governor, Josh.
I just wanted to say that our Amber Alert
Green.
system worked fantastic today.
Yeah.
And I was vehemently looking
It's
for
loud,
black.
right?
Oh, yeah. And it's not like anything else that comes out of your phone.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell it was. I was like, what the fuck?
I must have slept right through it.
Smart.
Thank
Good
God.
for you.
Yeah,
I
had I not, I would have jumped outside, got my car, and
I saw
hightailed
but
it
it
to
was
Livonia.
close. Normally it's whatever. It was Livonia, so I'm like,
Yeah.
this is close. And like I said, I saw a couple black Cherokees this morning, and I actually sped up to get next to
Was
one.
it a Wrangler or a Cherokee they were in?
Grand Cherokee?
Oh, Grand Cherokee. Okay, I thought you said Wrangler at
Nope,
first.
did not.
Okay. Josh Green, Hawaii's governor, said during an interview over the weekend. So they're like, oh yeah, there's 100 people missing so far, or dead, that we've accounted for.
Okay,
so
confirmed.
far. Confirmed, and over 1,000 missing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have 1,100 dead then.
No, not necessarily.
Yes,
Probably.
you do.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Yes, you do. 1,050 people unaccounted for are burned beyond recognition.
Most of them, and probably all of them, possibly all of them.
I'm going to bet
there's
life, all of them.
But there's going to be some.
2 weeks later? It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, all right, they're dead.
Yeah, they gone.
They're gone.
They gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're just.
Has anybody checked on Dog, Bounty Hunter? Make sure he's okay.
Is he out in Hawaii?
Oh, yeah, Leland. Where's
Really?
the ice bra? Yeah.
Okay. I can't even look at
he's,
that guy.
He's split between Hawaii and somewhere here.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. So, 1,000 people still unaccounted for, has already been designated as the deadliest fire in the U.S. in over a century, with well over 100 confirmed lost, and has triggered intense criticism of President Soup and his lack of response. Mm-hmm. Margaret Brennan, she hosts Face the Nation on CBS, said, how many are still unaccounted for? How long will it take to identify remains? More than 1,000, for about 1,050. It'll take several weeks still. Some of the challenges are going to be extraordinary.
Now, are these unaccounted for, or are these unidentified? Do they have bodies that are just charred that they can't fucking figure out what they are?
How many are still unaccounted for, and how long will it take to identify the remains? So here's what they're running into. They said 85% of the land of the impact zone has been covered now by what amounts to an army of search and rescue teams, 41 dogs. 85% of the land has been covered. So now we go into the larger buildings.
I was going to say, so there's 1,000 people in 10% of the land?
No, I think they're getting ashtrays of people.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or like they find them and we're like, well, I don't know who that is, so that's still just unaccounted for? Or is that unidentified?
They said unaccounted.
Mm-hmm. But so, maybe that's just their language.
So now we go into the larger buildings, which require peeling back some of the floors and structures. That last 15% could take weeks. We do have extreme concerns that because of the temperature of the fire, the remains of those who have died in some cases may be impossible to recover meaningfully. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
There are going to be people that will never be found because of how intense the fire was. But state officials are doing everything they could with the FBI to identify any remains that they happen to find.
You can still pull DNA from ash, I think, can't you? I think you can.
If you've got bone chips, you could. I think if it's true ash, just ash.
Nothing?
I don't think so. No. I mean, Hollywood movies might tell us that, but I don't know. But, we've got a natural fireplace upstairs, right? That thing can burn for 6 hours, and it doesn't burn the whole damn log. There's always something left.
Yeah. Well,
now if it was engulfed the whole house, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a completely different story. And it's way hotter.
It is way hotter.
When everything's on fire than just a piece of wood in the fireplace.
Did you see that one house?
No.
That one, dude. It's in Lahaina.
Okay.
So there's one red miracle house, they're calling it.
All right.
And the entire neighborhood this is on the beach.
All right.
It's a $4 million crib.
Okay.
Okay. And it's standing completely untouched.
Really?
Not hurt in the least. It's the only one there.
Okay. Is it?
Are you Googling it to see? Yeah.
Is it like was those guys that was just out there with a garden hose just spraying his shit down?
Nope, they weren't even home.
No?
The couple were visiting family back in Maine.
Okay. Wow.
Look at that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's.
You want me to tell you how this happened?
I would love to know how this
Wouldn't
happened.
you love to know how the hell this happened?
Yeah, holy cow, look at that.
So, everything
everything is just completely gone.
Gone. except them. So what they did, they recently, a few months ago, put a metal roof on that house. Okay?
Yep.
And this is very popular out west. Okay? I don't know if it's super popular there.
Stucco?
No. What they're doing in Arizona, California, they're doing those desert landscape yards. So they're not having grass, so they don't have to water it.
Yep.
So it's very easy. You have rocks, you have boulders, all that kind of stuff is very, very popular. You're seeing it everywhere. G's done it.
Okay.
All over California, you're seeing people do that instead of having grass that they need to water.
Yeah.
So these people cut back all their landscaping. They bare bones the landscaping.
There's trees and shit still there, though.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, you can't touch those palm trees. You go to jail. You take those fuckers out.
Well, I'm just saying, what they didn't. They don't look like they burned.
Parts of them. Yeah, those are pretty black.
Yeah.
So what they were saying is, this stuff was carrying 2x4s, just engulfed in flames and whipping them through the streets, and they would just hit a thatch roof. And ignite it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the ones that didn't hit the houses hit the landscaping, igniting that and then going up the side of the house. So the decision they did had nothing to do with fire prevention, but they're like, the only reason is we had a metal roof on there that didn't go up in flames when wood fire hit it, and we didn't have anything to burn on the lawn.
You think they mandate metal roofs when they rebuild?
I don't know. Not a terrible idea. $4 million crib right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, you're on the water in Hawaii.
I know.
So
yeah,
it doesn't look that big, but
does that look like a retaining wall there?
Yeah, that's what it is.
So it's not a beach?
No.
Boy, it's got to be gorgeous to look out at, though.
Well, it's quite a view, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Depending on which way they're facing.
Yeah. And yes. Yeah.
It's an island.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be in the backyard having your morning coffee now for them.
No.
For quite a while.
Why not?
Look in their backyard.
What about it?
Look what they're looking at it from their backyard.
The ocean.
Yeah, through the skeletal ash remains of all your neighbors.
No, that's looking to the side. Don't look to the side. You still have the same beautiful, gorgeous view from your deck.
Oh, yeah, from the back. I'm sorry. I'm talking the front yard. You don't want to be on your front porch having coffee.
No. Who sits on the front porch and drinks coffee? That's hillbilly shit.
I don't know. Yeah, that is hillbilly shit.
No. And I didn't build a house on the lake to sit on my front porch. I can promise you that.
That is no lake, sir.
Big lake. It's a big fucking lake.
Now, this story pissed me off. I got to be honest with you.
Uh-oh.
We've talked about it for a couple of years now. Yeah.
I would like to say, because we were just talking about whether they're going to mandate the metal roofs and stuff when they come back in, but they probably won't because it's the insurance companies that are going to pay for it, and it's way more to put a fucking metal roof onto a house if that wasn't there before. So they're not going to cough up the extra money to put metal roofs on these houses.
Could people buy it if they wanted?
I'm sure they can. They could pay for the difference.
These coastal houses are going to learn from the Red Miracle House
and
go, we'll pay the extra $10,000.
Probably.
I mean, if you've got
Smart
$4 million, those are all going to be multi-million-dollar properties on the ocean.
Sure.
Every one of them.
Yeah. Well, my point was insurance. We all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage. Auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, fire, and more. So call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900 and get a free no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasick at Wasick Insurance.
Love me some Brent Wasick. Tara Wasick.
You
Surprised they
Brent,
weren't in Hawaii. Huh?
You take Brent. I'll take Tara.
No, I'll take Tara. You can have Brent. It's a good guy.
Lovely lady.
Radio4one.com is live. That's our website. It's the best place to go. Use the Amazon link, Amazon Canada, MyPillow link.
There.
Everything is there. Everything that we do. So use a promo code TDC. Can't stress it enough. If you're going to shop anything, MyPillow, My Store, anything like that. Also a link to our Patreon page. We put a good chunk of stuff in there this weekend. So hopefully people were enjoying that when they got
Something
up this
nice
morning.
to wake up to on a Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. We've heard from people that they enjoy that. The story I was about to get
Enjoying
to also involves Hawaii. And I'm pissed. I think this is bullshit. And we've talked for a couple years now about starting Go Fuck Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's time.
It is.
The time is now.
Yeah. Somebody probably already took it and ran with it.
Maybe. So you've got this OnlyFans chick. She's a model.
Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
anybody's a model nowadays, and the standards of what, like we all used to go, you heard model, and it was like, oh yeah, I know what that looks like.
Yeah.
That has changed radically now.
Yep.
So anybody's a model that wants to be. They just have to start fingering themselves on OnlyCam, OnlyFans.
Makes you a model.
Makes you a model. You know, they're very successful in some cases. So she started a GoFundMe campaign, and it's been shut down. Maria Casillas. So she shares, kind of sexy pictures of herself online.
Okay.
So she was going to give those who donated to the Maui wildfires, if you donated $10, she'd send you a nude.
Okay.
That's a great gig.
Yeah.
Right?
Just, I mean, it's really, how you spell that?
Mariah.
I got that part.
C-A-S.
Oh, with an H. No, I did not get the H. Okay, that's Mariah, not Maria.
Mariah Casillas. Casillas.
Yeah, all right, there we go.
So she says the campaign has come to a halt. GoFundMe pulled the plug because it contained offensive to who?
Well, who's offended?
The individual that got the individual photo from her. Graphic, perverse, or sensitive or sexual content, which is against their policy.
Oh.
While her GoFundMe page is down, she claims that's not going to stop her. She's going to help victims of this wildfire.
Yeah, good for her.
We all have every.
You're right. It's another perfect example for
go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Every human being has, for the most part, has something to offer somehow in society, right? We can't all be doctors. We can't all be Red Cross employees. We can't all be boots on the ground. We can't all.
I can't find. They're all small like this. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
But okay. I mean, listen.
I'd like to see your tits. Whatever.
Doing the Lord's work here,
Yeah.
really. I mean, doing what you can.
Right? She's
using
not going
the gifts she was given to help her fellow man.
Yeah. Is she going to write a dissertation on wildfire prevention? No. But she can show her tits off.
Yeah. And
you
raise
know
some
what?
money to help people out. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking about the greater good of humanity here.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
If everybody thought like this angel,
Yes.
we'd be much further down the road. By the way, if we can just be mailing billions and billions and billions all over the fucking world to third world shitholes everywhere,
Yep.
can't we just go, you know what? America, keep your money this time. You keep your top on, Mariah. The American government's got this. We're going to send $8 billion over there tomorrow and take care of this. We're done. We're not fucking around. We're going to give one less check to Ukraine for billions of dollars. No offense to the Ukrainian people. I'm sure they're fine people.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what? When emergencies hit our country and our homeland, like, sorry, at some point you got to take care of your homeland.
You would hope so.
You would really hope so. These people that are, so President Biden has faced accusations of a lackluster response to the tragedy. He's also criticized after appearing to forget the name of Maui during recent remarks about the fires, referring to it as the one where you see on television all the time.
Oh, my God.
Look, as far as a mostly dead person goes, he's killing it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
I mean, the fact that he's still even just mobile.
Yeah.
It's impressive some days.
He's really not. It's fucking bad, dude. Have you seen him walk? It's almost hilarious. He can't really walk.
Really?
He does this Parkinson's-esque
Shuffling.
shuffle. But for a mostly like 99% dead person,
Doing all right?
he's still sauntering up to a mic. Someone's still dressing this fool each morning.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He's is that her?
Well, I think so.
Okay, she looks hotter there than in the picture that teeny picture that you had and I had.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad.
No.
I wish I would have gave some money.
$10. You still can. She wrote on Twitter, fuck it, sending nudes to everyone who donates at least $10 to my Maui wildfire fundraiser. I love this beautiful island too much. Retweet and DM me after donation. I'll be checking. 2 days later, GoFundMe was shut down at $6,000. With press like this, that thing will be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And what's the other one? Not GoFundMe. The other.
Oh, Give, Send, Go?
Give, Send, Go. They don't give a shit. So just
but
switch it on
aren't
over
they
there.
religious based?
Give, Send, Go?
Yeah.
Are they?
I think so.
Oh, boy.
So maybe they're, hey, it's the human body, whatever. She wants to show her tits. Look, ladies only have that power.
I mean, she's doing
for a
she's saving
handful of
money.
years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It goes
yeah.
quick. Show your titties while you can.
Yeah, of course.
You know. I'll be making a list of nonprofits to donate towards instead. You can still send me your screenshots. Also said she'd be moving her campaign to OnlyFans and would be taking donations there.
God damn it. I got all excited because I had to.
Oh,
This
shit.
one was blurred out because it was an explicit image.
Oh, yeah. It's
But
a girl in a thong. God damn. Is that the same girl?
I think so.
Okay. She's a model. Are you sure?
Well, it's in. I don't know. Well, it was blurred out, and it was like explicit image. I was like, ooh, click that.
Yeah.
But maybe it's her, maybe it's not. I don't know. These chicks.
Well, I
they're
want to
fucking-
donate $10 to
They're
her.
chameleons. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But that's on the Mariah Casillas page here.
Yeah.
so.
Well, remember the Michelle Obama when we were looking up Big Mike?
Yeah.
And it was like they're showing us pregnant pictures of a different chick completely.
That's true. You never know what you're going to get. Life's like a box of chocolate.
So the Soup administration, killing it.
Yeah.
Just killing it. Soup administration has quietly been selling parts intended for extending the wall along the southern border. Well, that seems like a shitty thing to do.
Selling parts?
Yeah.
Like they have them and now they're selling them back? What do you mean they're selling parts?
For pennies on the dollar. So those damn Republicans can't build this wall.
Empty the cupboards before 2024.
An online auction house called GovPlanet has sold over 80 steel parts originally intended for the border wall, making around $2 million since April.
Where's that money go?
Right back to
Ukraine?
the Pentagon. To the Pentagon and then Ukraine. Yes. So whenever someone's keeping you in the dark on something or they're not giving you all the details, you know, and I don't care if that's fucking teachers who want to hide shit about your kids from you, you're evil. You're wrong. History will prove you to be wrong in the long run. When you are hiding stuff and trying to keep it on the down low from the public,
It's
you
generally
are
because
fucking
it's
wrong.
Yep.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant. You've heard that. There's a reason why they don't want you to know this shit's going on. There's a reason GovPlanet's, one of their sources said, yeah, we're legally not allowed to mention that these are border wall materials or we lose our jobs. But that's what they are, 110%.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Last month, the Democrat-controlled... so here's the thing. More lots will be auctioned off later this month as some say President Soup is getting rid of the unused parts before House Republicans can pass a bill requiring they be used to extend the border wall. It's like, well, I don't know. They're all gone. We don't have them anymore. Last month, the Democrat-controlled Senate passed its defense appropriations package that included a Republican-sponsored bill aimed at forcing the Biden administration to address the border crisis by extending the wall. Senators blasted the administration for selling the parts for an extended border wall as illegal immigrants flood across the southern border. The pennies made from selling the border wall will not be enough to pay the families who suffer from a criminal act committed by someone who crossed our open borders during this administration. Senator Roger Wicker, who co-sponsored the bill known as the Finish It Act, told the Post that Biden's move was outrageous behind-the-scenes maneuvering. This sale is a wasteful and ludicrous decision by this administration that only serves as further proof they have no shame. The New York Post reported that GovPlanet auction schedule picked up significantly in May after Wicker introduced the Finish It Act and increased again days after the Senate passed the defense package. Republicans must pass a matching version of the bill before it becomes law. That's great. So the estimates are, and these are old estimates, they just are, $5 million.
They made or what they were worth?
No. No, that was $5 billion, I believe. $2 billion.
Not the 80 pieces of metal that they sold.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about how many people have crashed our border.
Oh, how many people? Yeah.
5 million.
Yes.
And that is a gross underestimate. Gross underestimate.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were
How's
watching
that working out
We were
all over
watching
the
that
country?
tracker a couple of weeks ago, and just watching it just leap.
Yeah.
And another one.
I don't know, Mayorkas is a fucking clown on epic levels. The damage that's being caused, the out of control cartel networks that are trafficking children and guns and drugs. I don't know what the argument is. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. This is making this criminal organization more wealthy than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And it's human smuggling, it's trafficking, it's drugs, it's all of it, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's, so I tell you that story to tell you this story.
Okay. Nice Segui.
Yeah. I like Seguis.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a Saudi border. A lot of people from Ethiopia trying to get into the kingdom.
Okay.
I mean, it is the kingdom.
Sure.
Thousands of migrants have been slaughtered by Saudi border guards.
Oh, really?
This year.
Mowing them down?
They opened fire on them like rain as they tried to cross through Yemen into the Gulf Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not so much. They're not having it.
No.
They don't even need a wall.
No.
Just need some guns.
And mortar shells.
Oh, yeah, whatever works.
They're mortaring. So this human rights group.
One mortar takes place with a lot of bullets.
Yeah. I'm reading this and I'm like, yeah, that sounds terrible. And everybody's, you know, like, this is an outrage. This is human rights abuses. And I'm like, or it's a country that goes, yeah, we have fucking borders. Respect them or fuck off.
Yeah.
Kind of a shitty thing to say. I get it.
I mean, it's, you know.
How desperate you got to be when you're trying to sneak into Saudi Arabia.
There's a lot of money there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Some migrants, many from Ethiopia, were attacked at close range, while others were fired on by mortar projectiles. Many had their legs severed, just blown the fuck off.
So they're just coming out of, Somalia. So they're coming across the Gulf of AIDS.
Okay. Aptly named.
Uh-huh. And then into Yemen and then up into Saudi.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the map there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, let's see what that
Kind of.
trail is. So where's Saudi? Up there?
This is Saudi right here.
Yeah, the gold stuff.
That's Saudi.
Yeah.
This is Yemen.
Okay.
But they're not connected.
Oh, shake the booty.
There's Djibouti right
Shake
there.
the
There's
booty.
Djibouti over here. There's Somalia over here. So, I mean, this isn't much of a crossing right here, but, I mean, and sure.
What is that? The Sea of...
That's the Gulf of AIDS.
That's the Gulf of AIDS?
AIDS.
Oh.
Say it how you like.
Yeah.
It's the Gulf of AIDS.
No, what's that little...
It is now.
What's that little, like, sea of mortar shells or something? What does that say?
The Sea of Despair?
Yeah. Sea of...
It's the Sea of... I can't fucking read it. That's what it is.
Bodies strewn across this trail. Saudi officials are killing hundreds of migrants and asylum seekers in this remote border area out of view of the rest of the world. HRW, so that's the Human Rights Watch. Nadia Hardman from there, she's one of the researchers who issued this report, spending billions buying up professional golf, football clubs, and major entertainment events to improve the Saudi image should not deflect attention from these horrendous crimes. Saudi government source, I mean, you can't get much more classy than that. A Saudi government official
Right.
said this. Allegations included in the Human Rights Watch report about Saudi border guards shooting Ethiopians while they were crossing the Saudi-Yemeni border are unfounded, not based on reliable sources.
No?
No.
All right.
No. The group has documented abuses against Ethiopian migrants in Saudi Arabia and Yemen for nearly a decade, but the latest killings appear to be widespread and systemic, may amount to crimes against humanity. UN experts reported concerning allegations that cross-border artillery shelling and small arms fire by Saudi security forces killed 430 migrants in southern Saudi Arabia and northern Yemen in 4 months.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. They're not fucking around. So the report is titled, "They Fired on Us Like Rain." Said there was no response to letters sent to the Saudi Interior and Defense Ministries, the Human Rights Commission, and Houthi rebels who control northern Yemen. Yeah, they're like, yeah, keep your fucking letter. Whatever.
Save it.
Save it. I don't need to hear it. They draw on interviews from 38 Ethiopian migrants who tried to cross into Saudi Arabia from Yemen, as well as from satellite imagery and videos posted online to social media, blah, blah, blah. Some described attacks at close range, with Saudi border guards asking Ethiopians which limb of their body they would prefer to be shot.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
You can't keep them all. Which one do you want to lose?
Yalla Akbar. Go ahead, pick arm, leg, stomach, head. Mm-hmm. All interviewees described scenes of horror. Women, men, children strewn across the mountainous landscape. One woman said they fired on the group of migrants they had just released from custody. Like, no, carry on, please.
No, after you.
After you, please.
Right.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar to you too. Here you go.
They're getting away. Shoot them.
And fire. And then the fucking rain comes. I mean, hail of rain.
Yeah.
I saw a guy calling for help. He lost both his legs. He was screaming. He was saying, "Are you leaving me here? Please don't leave me." We couldn't help him because we were running for our lives.
Oh.
Well, you know what they don't have crossing their border?
What's that?
5 million illegal immigrants.
Not anymore.
It takes shooting 430 of them
To send a message.
to send a very clear message.
Go around.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're trying to go, but you're not coming through here. Go
Yeah.
around.
Go around.
Did they try putting up a no trespassing sign?
Oh, they should.
Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows not to fuck with that, right?
Yeah. I bet none of their government officials are going, no. Border is very, very open. Come on in.
Sure.
No, they're not doing that there.
Good.
They're not welcoming into the kingdom. And what are you going to do about it? Well, I don't know that they give a shit.
No.
That's the difference.
It's definitely.
They don't give a shit. And I'm not making light of it. I'm not saying it's right.
Nope.
By any stretch. And it's terrible. Terrible human rights abuses.
Terrible.
Can't say I'm shocked. It's terrible.
No.
Can't say I'm shocked. The idea of, Yalla, very, very good. On your way, please. After you. Allah Akbar.
Right.
Very good. Carry on. May peace be upon you. And fire!
Can we talk about what a great name Djibouti is?
Djibouti's dope.
Yeah.
Shake your booty. Yep. Shake your booty.
What's another
Shake,
word
shake,
for
shake.
pirate treasure? Well, I think it's Djibouti. Djibouti. Easy voice. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
I got all bounce to the fucking bump. Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by The Party Pub.
Hey.
Hey, if you want to impress everyone at your grad party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or for any other reason, then you need to contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that can be set up wherever you choose. They also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, giant inflatable screens, axe throwing, and more. It's called Jeff El Jefe at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com and take your event to the next level.
I am not going to even pretend to be an expert in state-controlled land, state-owned land.
Okay.
And it's, when they sell it, who they sell it to.
Yep.
Federal judge rejected attempts by 4 Chinese citizens and a real estate firm on Thursday to block a new Florida law restricting Chinese nationals and nationals of some other countries from purchasing land or homes in the state. Mm-hmm. Judge Alan Windsor denied an injunction requested
Just
by...
another win for DeSantis, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
Just out ahead of the curve.
Dude, we lost Pebble Beach at one point to the
Really?
Chinese?
They
Yes.
bought it, and then we bought it back?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. What's his name? Old man there. Clint or whatever?
Yeah, Eastwood?
Yeah, got the fucking whole neighborhood together.
Okay.
It was just like, no. This is not going to be owned.
Get off my lawn, gook.
Yeah. We're not going to have fucking not having the chinks on our land. And so, yeah, they bought it back.
Okay.
Yeah. They were like,
I did not know that.
Yeah. So, of course, the ACLU. Is there a single case in the last
Is the
10
C
years?
stand for Chinese?
No, communist, I believe.
Okay.
The American Communist Liberties Union or
Yeah.
whatever. Is there a single case? Can someone show me the one case in 10 fucking years that I go, I'm with the ACLU on this one? I don't think it exists. I don't think that case exists. They used to be fighting for free speech. The ACLU was behind, like letting Nazis fucking speak their mind and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that, the ACLU truly understood the nature of free speech.
Defending the rights of all people nationwide.
Right. Is that what they say?
That's their tagline.
Sure.
Defend the rights of all people nationwide.
As long as they're super liberal.
Abortion care, trans people's rights to live freely, people's right to vote. Our freedoms are at stake, and we need. So this is the freedoms that we're fighting for. No,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yep, that's
Abortion care, trans. I wonder which way this thing leans.
Yeah.
Abortion care, trans people's rights, and the right to vote.
And foreign nationals to own property.
Oh
in
yeah,
Florida.
don't forget that.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'll wait. Send me the story in the last 10 years where you go,
They nailed
well,
it.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I'm with the ACLU on this one. I was with them when they were on college campuses in the 60s and 70s. was with him then.
Yeah.
So they filed a lawsuit on behalf of the plaintiffs seeking to overturn the law, contending the group failed to prove the law's purpose is to discriminate based on national origin and race rather than based on citizenship. So there's enough precedent through Supreme Court cases historically. The judge is like, yeah, fuck off. No, sorry.
Okay, good.
Just
they got shut down already?
Yeah, judge was like,
No.
fuck out of here. So he wrote the judge wrote a 51-page decision that U.S. Precedent have held that states could deny aliens ownership interest in land within their respective borders absent an arbitrary or unreasonable basis. It does not facially discriminate against non-citizens based on race or ancestry. It does not discriminate against non-citizens based on the particular country in which one was born. So contrary to plaintiffs' arguments, the challenged law is facially neutral as to the race and nation origin. So DeSantis took on the Chinese Communist Party earlier this year, passed State Bill SB 264, which went into effect July 1, severely restricting foreign entities or affiliates from buying farmland in Florida or land within 10 miles of military bases and critical infrastructure.
I mean, if they, especially because farming and agriculture is so down in this country, that you make more money not growing with the subsidies that the government gives you than actually growing it.
Right.
The time and effort that goes into it, it's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's big commercial farms, but the mid-level and down is a dying breed. Now, they're still out there, but just think if, a la the Chinese, start snatching up all this farmland.
Yeah.
Right?
They already are.
And I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking down the road. People are like, well, what's the problem? Okay.
What, do you hate the Chinese?
Yeah.
No.
Well, if they end up systematically, accumulating 20% of the farmland in this country, just arbitrary numbers, and just shut it down.
Yeah.
You know the catastrophic effects that would have?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
of course, it's, they're just good people just, investing money, right? There's nothing, nothing to worry about here.
No, nothing to see here.
Till it's too late.
While Chinese nationals could face
we err on the side of caution.
Yeah, that's how I think. And why are they always looking to buy up such land on critical infrastructure parts of town? And
are they near there was some story that they're buying stuff around nuclear plants and things like that?
There was.
Maybe it's because that's cheaper.
Maybe. They could face harsh penalties, Chinese nationals. The law also puts less restrictive rules on immigrants from Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Syria. Almost immediately after DeSantis signed the law, the ACLU stewed. Of course they did. On behalf of 4 Chinese nationals living in Florida, arguing it's unconstitutional and violates equal protection rights in the Fair Housing Act. In our view, people from China should be no less welcome in Florida than they are elsewhere in the United States and free to participate in the housing market on an equal footing with everyone else. While today's decision is disheartening, our clients will continue to fight for their rights for equality and fairness. Florida's law legitimizes and expands housing discrimination in violation of the Constitution and Fair Housing Act. So they're not legal citizens.
Right.
Right? So, no, fuck off. Sorry.
But, here's the thing. I mean, I guess, but theirs is it strictly China and you said a couple other nationalities?
Yeah.
That they are excluding? Mm-hmm. But why? If it's going to be that you're not a citizen and you can't own land here, then why isn't it across the board that way? Why is it specific to China?
Probably places we have an issue with. Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, North Korea, Russia, Syria. I mean, you're talking about places that are hostile towards America.
Okay.
So
everybody can be hostile towards America. I mean, my point is that if that's going to be your basis for this,
okay,
you just say that you can't buy property here if you're not a
citizen.
American citizen.
Yeah, get your citizenship. So, how would China feel about this? If you wanted to go over and buy land in China, how would China
Can you buy land in China?
Can I buy land in China as an American? According to the Chinese property
law. Here we go.
Yeah. Foreigners cannot buy land in China as the land belongs to the state.
Okay,
there's loopholes to this.
Sure.
Even if some limitations exist, foreigners who work in China or want to relocate there can purchase property according to their needs and budget. Okay. The answer is yes. Foreigners are allowed to purchase property in China. The essential requirement is that you have studied or worked in China for at least 1 year on a residence permit. Foreigners are allowed to own only one residential property for dwelling purposes.
Okay.
So you cannot go to China and buy up a bunch
acreage.
of farmland. Okay. No. And then, as fucking if, because what that sounds like, what it means to own land is very different in China than it is here. So when you own land in China, the state owns the land. You own what's on the land, and you have property rights for it for 70 years. So the idea that you're going to have a house in the family for generations, fuck off. After 70 years,
what happens?
It goes back to the state, and they fucking re-auction it off to whatever.
shit.
They just rent the shit out for another 70 years. Huh. So, yeah, this idea
Guess
like,
they don't have mineral rights either then.
No, the CCP owns everything.
Yeah.
They own everything. It's a communist country. Like, they're being mean to Chinese people because they don't like their slanty eyes. Fuck off. Around the rest of the world,
So why can't we just say, well, when we can buy your land, you can buy ours?
Yeah, because they'd never allow you to do it. The state owns everything. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna let Americans, fucking hostile Americans, come to their country and buy up land. It's not gonna happen. Period. And sorry, most countries around the world protect their borders. Maybe not like Saudi Arabia, Yemen.
Quite to that extent.
Not quite to that extent, but they are not cool.
They're not open.
No. Try that shit in Australia. Go ahead, they have a special island for you. They fucking cart your ass to an island and drop you off.
Well, that's ironic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do, though.
That's how Australia was formed.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do.
That was the English prison system, basically, wasn't it? They took all the undesirables and sent them off there.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah Island. I love it. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it now.
Dig it.
We wanted to do Canceled Island. Like anybody that got canceled, just send them all there. It was like, there's where all the fun people are.
No doubt.
Well,
maybe we want to rebuild Maui or whatever. Lanai.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, Lanai would be all right. It's going to take a bit.
Sure.
But I'd take that. That'd be cool. So Democrats have been running Chicago for, I don't know, decade after decade after decade.
Long time.
60, 70 years. They've nailed it, finally.
They figured it out?
Figured it out. We're good.
They got crime solved over there?
Yeah.
Murders are down?
Well, it's not solved overnight. Obviously, it didn't start overnight. It's not going to be solved overnight.
Okay.
But I think they're on the right track here. Right. Finally. Way to go, Chicago. So
the ghoul's gone, isn't she?
Yeah, the ghoul's gone.
Yeah. Oh.
Someone said Beetlejuice, and she popped. Gone.
I thought you appear when you say Beetlejuice.
Yeah. The original.
Okay.
This is a different one, and yeah, I don't know, that fucking ghoulish freak. Oh, God, thank God that idiot.
Kwanzaa.
Her just dancing in the streets every day.
Right, her and her husband disappear.
So we've got a Democrat politician in Chicago has a new suggestion to address the city's insane homicide rate. This is Maria Haddon, a Chicago alderman, sent an email in which she promoted a proposal from a group called Native Sons. And so here's the plan.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, let's hear it.
This gun shit is out of control.
Yeah.
Gang members, can you please limit your shooting from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m.?
It's keeping the rest of us awake at night?
No, yeah, they don't want people being shot in broad daylight, just walking.
I did the opposite,
so
9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
We get it. You're gangbangers. You're going to shoot everything. But how about...
We just don't do it during the day?
Yeah. How about you start your shooting at 9 p.m. until 9 a.m. Okay. and then we have kind of a truce.
Now, do they think that's going to cut it in half, or is it just going to be the same amount in half amount of time?
What's that?
They think that's going to cut the amount of crime in half of saying you only have a 12-hour window to do it. So, okay, if there's 100 murders a day in a 24-hour period, and now we ask them to only do it in a 12-hour period, is that going to limit it to 50 murders a day? Or are you still going to get 100 murders in 12 hours? And you're just going to overload all the other
I think they're trying to cut
emergency services.
They're trying to cut out the murders of the innocent. You know, the 3-year-old toddler on her tricycle.
I got you. Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
and
so certainly not out riding the trike at 3 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, let her get inside and let's not shoot her in the head accidentally. How about that?
I think we can all get behind that.
So she says we have to start somewhere. Our goal is to approach our city's gun violence problem strategically. Things didn't become this way overnight, and change won't happen overnight. Under this ordinance, we ask people stop associating with and glorifying shooters, stop glorifying switches, stop wearing those ski masks everywhere, which perpetuates you as some op. When those who live a certain lifestyle try to hang with regular class citizens, they put everyone at risk.
Oh my God!
Did you just call other people in your city regular class citizens?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not going to go over well.
No.
Do you know what a switch is, by the way?
No, I was going to ask you.
Yeah. Well, I think of a switch as like the whipping your kid's ass with.
The old rule of thumb.
Yeah, the rule of thumb, exactly. But a tree branch be a switch. Yeah, and the rule of thumb, you're right.
The Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. No, switches turn semi-automatic handguns. You've seen those into fully auto.
Okay.
So they're modifying them. They're called
bump stock?
switches. It's not a bump stock, but sort of.
Okay.
And so that's what they're doing. I myself have reached out to active gang members in regard. Well, fucking arrest them when you're there with them. Why have you reached out to active gang members?
Well, they weren't committing a crime at the moment.
Okay. Sure, you can figure something out.
This is an alderman, not a police officer.
That's true. And I've had some more positive feedback than negative. An asshole.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. It's French for asshole, right?
Yeah, I think so. I've reached out to gang members in regard to this ordinance, and I've had more positive feedback than negative. And I've even had a small few, post the ordinance on their social media.
All right. Listen up, y'all.
Yeah.
New rules. New rules handed down from the alderman.
Yeah.
Alderwoman.
Fuck you talking about, homie? I see a Crip walking through my crib neighborhood at fucking 4 in the afternoon. I can't shoot his ass.
No, you got to let it go.
Shit. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it.
You got to circle back. It's what, 9? It's a 9
p.m.
9 p to 9 a. Is that what it is? That's the fucking.
So this motherfucker can just roll down my street at 8:50 p.m. And I got to just let him stroll. He's a fucking crib.
What was that movie where they had like 24 hours and they could do whatever they wanted?
Purge?
The Purge, yeah.
Yeah.
So now they have a purge from 9 a to 9 p.
Or just stop voting for these liberal shitty fucking shitbags who torch everything they touch. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, at what point do you go, okay, we've given these people 70 years of control. 70 years.
So an alderman...
And how much better are we now than the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 90s? Is it getting better? Are we evolving and growing in progress over the decades? No, you're not. You're getting worse.
We're not better than we were last week.
No. So at what point do we stop voting for people based on the color of their skin and promises of free shit?
And just the letter next to their name.
And the letter next to their name. How about we switch it up just a little bit? Let's see what happens. Because this isn't working.
It's just an elected member of a municipal council.
Cool. An asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Ooh, what does an alderman do in the U.S.? The Board of Aldermen creates, passes, and amends local laws and approves the city's budget every year. City residents elect one alderperson from each ward in the city and a president of the board. When in session, the Board of Aldermen meets weekly.
Yeah.
I prefer alder people.
I do too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because this was more of an older woman.
Yes, it was, for sure.
Yeah. No one likes an older woman.
No.
It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get an older woman and it's just like, oh my God.
Right.
Yeah.
Although there's a stretch when.
The cougar stretch?
They're a good time. Yeah.
We got a teacher. She gone.
Like dead?
Fired.
Oh.
Shit can. She decided to read her 5th grade class a book called My Shadow is Purple.
Uh-huh.
It's about moving beyond binary. She's been shit canned after a parent reporter, Katie Renderl, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
She taught at Due West Elementary in Marietta, Georgia, was dismissed Friday after the school board voted 4-3 to say, fuck off.
No.
Miss Rinderly read the young children the picture book by Australian author Scott Stewart. Any relation to Stuart Scott? See what he did there.
I don't think so.
Scott Stewart.
Yeah. Does he have 2 good eyes?
He does.
It's not him. Not related.
Not related. It depicts a non-binary child who doesn't identify with being a boy or a girl. His shadow is purple rather than blue or pink like his cisgendered parents. I got a newsflash for you. Your parents' shadows are fucking black.
Yeah.
They're not blue and pink either. So this book is bullshit on its face across the board. Not only is it lying to children, but it's bullshit.
Yeah. There's no purple fucking shadows.
No, I've never seen a purple shadow in neither of you. After reading the book, the class engaged in a discussion about inclusion and acceptance. Okay. Oh, indoctrination is what they call that in some places. Students were then asked to self-reflect and write their own shadow poem. It sounds like a shit assignment. I wouldn't want to do that.
Nope.
She was accused of violating the district's policies on teaching controversial issues. Miss Rinderl is the first teacher to be fired under a trio of Georgia's censorship laws, including the recently enforced Protect Students' Rights Act, commonly known as the Divisive Concepts Law. It comes amid a nationwide backlash to books and teaching about alphabet mafia subjects in school. She released a statement through her law firm. Where do you?
Really?
Southern Poverty Law Center.
Okay.
The district is sending a harmful message that not all students are worthy of affirmation and being their unapologetic and authentic selves. This decision, based on intentionally vague policies, will result in more teachers self-censoring in fear of not knowing where the invisible line will be drawn. You should self-censor! You're teaching fucking grade schoolers!
Yep.
What are you talking about, lady? What, you think as a teacher you have rights to not self-censor? You can just bring in whatever you want. You know there are state-approved lessons plans every year, right? You're supposed to just stick to that. Yeah. Everything's fine.
It's a little word called curriculum.
Yeah.
I'm going to go by there.
Those are approved.
Yeah.
Right? Those are state-approved each year. Mm-hmm. So what you think you know better than everybody.
Oh,
you can
absolutely.
Decide for everybody.
Yep.
You get to create your own lesson plans. And hey, yeah, just throw in some fancy big words about inclusion and affirmation. Fuck off. That's not your job.
No.
You're not the parent. You're in the wrong. I'm sorry, you are. Sorry. If a kid wants to read, why do you not go and read these books at old folks' homes? Why do you do it with children? Mm-hmm. Right? If it's just about affirming and making everybody feel inclusive, no, you do it to children because they're the dumbest fucking people in the world. They're the ones whose brains you can alter, whose mushy shit hasn't been developed yet. Their hard drive is wiped clean.
They're pliable.
They're very pliable, malleable, stupid.
Yep.
They're fucking dumb. It's why everybody that you know that's a little older than 20 years old goes, oh my God, thank God that shit didn't exist when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. How blessed are we that social media didn't exist when we were kids?
Oh, truly blessed. I mean, it's, yeah.
Because kids do dumb shit, that's why.
Could you imagine if half the shit we did was documented?
Oh, God, dude.
I looked up...
things we said, didn't mean at all, but just said, trying to be cool.
Well, now we record that.
Yeah, now we record it and put it out daily. But
I Googled how many genders are there.
Sure.
Curious.
Yeah, we're in the 70s now, aren't we?
Well, sexualdiversity.org has a list of 107.
Okay.
Below are 107 gender identities currently listed for 2023.
Yeah. Let's pound that into children's heads.
107.
Why not?
Well, it was not that long ago that it was 43 or something, somewhere around there.
It wasn't that long ago when it was 2.
Well, yeah, exactly right. I saw actually, the meme of the chick screaming and the cat answering back. Have you ever seen that? Mm-hmm. Right. I saw a great one of those the other day. It was the chick screaming. There's 43 genders. And the cat goes, there's 2 genders and 41 kinds of gay. I love it.
That's exceptional.
Yes, that was really good.
Yeah, I don't know where these teachers have gotten the idea. That the gall.
The ball.
The temerity. Where did they all of a sudden fucking get out of line and decide, I'm the judge? They want to be like judges. Like, my courtroom, my rules.
Yeah.
My classroom, my rules. Mm-hmm. Bullshit.
They want to be I would say parent, but was it guardian? Or no, what's the term they use?
Yeah.
Instead of a parent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They were trying to, I'm not even kidding. I saw a story last week. They were trying to eliminate mother from some documents, and they call them egg carriers. Or... I'm not even joking, dude. Acceptable terms. It was like egg carrier.
Cum dumpster?
Yeah. I'm only referring to my mom as an egg carrier
That's
from now on.
fantastic.
Like, fuck off. Yeah, cum dumpster, I think, would be all right.
I mean, it's appropriate if you're a mother.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got dumped in.
Yeah, you sure
Clearly.
did. So, yeah, the school district lawyer, Sherry Colve, said that the district is very serious about children learning in a neutral classroom. A one-sided viewpoint on political, religious, or social beliefs does not belong in our classrooms.
No, on any level, on any side.
Yeah. To be very clear, so Scott Stewart chimed in.
Okay.
He's heard about this. To be very clear, there's nothing sexual or pornographic about this book. It's a book of acceptance and inclusion. Notice they all say the same stupid words. We need to be supporting teachers, not vilifying them. Okay, to be clear, Scott, since we're being clear on things, I know what you're fucking doing with your book. Okay? Let's be clear. There's nothing sexual. My book isn't like Lawn Boy that's promoting blowjobs to toddlers. No, my book's just about inclusion and love. No, your book is confusing as shit, sir. Your book is targeted towards little fucking dumb humans. That's what your book is.
Your book is a lie. You say shadows are purple.
Yeah, and you think cisgendered shadows are pink and blue? You, sir, are maybe as dumb as the kids that are supposed to be getting off on your book. So let's be very clear. To be very clear here, Scott, I know the game you're playing. We all see the game you're playing, and it's meant to manipulate stupid, malleable human beings at a time when they can't defend themselves. They cannot fight back. That's why we protect them. That is why, because they do not have the ability to think for themselves, to make a sound argument for themselves. They don't have that ability. So you're taking advantage. Why are you getting the support you're getting to take advantage of children in this way? Why? Because it's becoming a multi-trillion-dollar business. That's why. That's why. But you're not fooling me with this. Oh, it's about inclusion. If you've got the school going on where you've got a trans child in school and kids are beating that kid up, then by all means, step in and fix that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants anyone to harm anybody. But don't pretend there are fucking 108 genders, asshole. And act like,
just reel it in.
sorry. Over the top.
We don't need
My
to
bad.
exaggerate the numbers, Michael.
Don't act like that's normal. Don't act like you're doing humanity a favor. There's one reason and one reason alone that you're going after these young, really simple-minded humans. Because you can. Because you can. Stick to the state-approved plans. You'll be just fine, teacher. Should we do an ST?
Sure.
Okay.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. You want an ST?
Yeah.
All right. Dear T-Roy, I live in a mid-sized town in the South.
Okay. Yo.
I need advice.
It ain't a small town.
Mid-sized town. What is a mid-sized town?
Like a Ford Fusion.
Okay. Yeah. I need advice on how to politely tell people that I don't like drop-in company.
All right. I'm about a sign on the door that says fuck off.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have an appointment.
Yeah. Knock unannounced and maybe get shot.
Do you have an appointment? No. Fuck off.
I work a stressful job. When I get home, I like to put on my old comfortable clothes, curl up with a book, or watch TV with my companion dog and be left alone. I'm not trying to be rude, but I think it's rude for people to drop in unannounced. A few years ago, I had a life-threatening illness, and I'm still getting my stamina back to full strength. I need downtime to recharge so I can handle the stresses of my job. However, I am apparently perceived in the Southern community as unfriendly. How do I put out the not welcome mat while at the same time not alienated my community? Lacks Southern hospitality.
Well, if the people think you're a dick, then why are they just stopping by, for one? Who
Yeah.
are these people that are just stopping by?
She could be hot.
Well, I don't think that would be a problem if it was. Oh, this is her? You think she's hot?
Well, I don't even know if it's a chick. It sounds like a chick.
What was your...
Curls up with a book and watches TV with a companion dog. It sounds like a chick.
Oh, that sounds like a chick hat for
yeah. And just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, so maybe that's why people are just dropping by. But who does that anymore? I mean, I
Drops
guess if
by?
it's a, if it's a mid-sized town, people are just out and about. But yeah, I would think you could just tell people, hey, do me a favor. Fucking
Text.
call me.
Call.
Let me know. Or how about this? Don't answer the door, bitch.
Yeah.
Just fucking stay on the couch with your book and
That's
your
what I
dog.
do. That's
Don't
what I
answer
do.
the door. Pretend they're not even there.
Nothing
Not home.
terrifies me more than hearing at the door, fuck off.
Yeah.
If I don't, no, do not come to my house and knock on the door, ring the doorbell.
I was
Fuck
actually impressed.
off.
I went outside yesterday, out the front door.
Yeah.
And clearly, nobody came to the door because the dogs go ape shit if there's somebody at the door.
Yeah.
So they didn't knock, they didn't ring the doorbell, nothing.
Yeah.
But they left a card just on the door, on the doorstep. And it was for mulch and yard work or something like that.
Okay.
No, instead of doing it, now you could have put that in the mailbox, asshole. Stay up my porch.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't bother us. They did what they had to do. They left a business card on the stoop.
Yep.
And didn't bother us.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of respect for that.
Mad respect for that.
Again, next time, dickhead,
Mailbox.
leave it in the mailbox. Stay off my fucking porch.
Yep.
But that's how people get shot. Just saying.
Just saying. It's true.
But at least you didn't knock.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what psychopath
I think
is
that's
just showing up at people's houses.
I think that there's a market for that as a mat.
Yeah.
Am I expecting you? Yes. Please knock. No. Fuck off.
Fuck off. It's a great mat.
It is.
I like that mat. All right. Internet ads
Okay.
on email.
All right.
Do some email. Hey, guys, you were talking about the shit ads that seem too good to be true on the internet. I was on TikTok and saw an ad for a real authentic NFL jerseys for $27. I've seen that.
Yeah. I just saw it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had also had a few sodas, so my decision-making was slightly impaired, so I used an Amex so I could claim fraud if it was a scam, and I ordered it. A few weeks later, a legit, authentic NFL jersey showed up on my front porch. I even went to the merch store in the stadium and compared my jersey to the ones they had. Could not tell the difference. I have ordered a few more since.
Yeah. It's not real, but it looks it. It's a great fake.
What is it?
It's just a knockoff, but it's a good one. I mean, just like Coach purses and the fucking Yeezys that you can get for $200 instead of $1,000.
Yeah.
Things like that. You can't really tell. They're well-made knockoffs.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit? I mean, if it looks like a jersey and feels like a jersey, and who gives a shit if it's authentic or not? I'm just saying it's not an authentic jersey.
Here's the one I want to know about now, because I got this yellow tooth, It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
And there's this fucking purple shit. It's all over TikTok.
Yeah.
And you just
With
put it on.
with the banana?
Yeah, with the banana, the balloon.
Yeah.
They do it with teeth, and it just wipes right off 30 seconds later, and it's like white again.
Yeah.
Is that bullshit?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, oh yeah. Of course it is. Then why wouldn't it be everywhere? Why is it on TikTok?
Yeah, I know. But then I see the videos, and I'm like, wow.
Oh,
I know. That's what I'm talking about. The scams.
Yes.
But he's going, dude, the jersey's dope. It's great.
That's fine. I mean, it looks like a jersey, which is all you're going for there. So it doesn't really matter. Nobody else is going to know that it's not a real jersey.
Yeah.
Looks like a good jersey, but it's a fake. I mean, it's not official, whatever the
NFL.
Yeah, but what's the make? Who does that?
Nike, Reebok.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
Rydell.
Funny you should mention women playing percussion. Hello, friends. Very happy to hear you enjoyed The Warning, and thank you for opening my eyes to a new band. Sidebar, George Strombopoulos, The Strombo Show, 89.9 CBC Radio 2, Sunday nights, 8 to 11. George has introduced me to many musical acts. I'm forever grateful for the program. I owe you the same genuflect for introducing me to Mike Massey several years ago. You mentioned how refreshing it was to see young ladies playing musical instruments. Women in percussion. This weekend, the Kindercut in Detroit held an expo to encourage women to play percussion instruments. Pop-up tents, musical acts were all on speculation.
But there were a lot of pop-up tents.
Yeah. Small world, eh? Best wishes, Frank.
Oh,
Thank you, buddy.
the tank.
Let's see. Fuck. If we
I can't play drums.
No?
No.
Why?
I can't. I realize I don't have the coordination.
Why?
Like I can't juggle because I can't do two different
things at
things
once?
at one time. I just can't. My brain doesn't process that way.
Yeah,
I can do
you
a lot.
could.
No.
It's just a muscle
Okay.
that you're,
Okay.
And there's ways to teach it.
Yeah.
To I could teach you some simple shit. You could play it.
I could probably do basic stuff, but like some of it, like I just no because I can't.
I've seen you
focus
drum
on
in your car, dude. You're fucking great.
Yeah,
and on point too.
A lot exactly, but that's not doing. That's doing something in unison,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not doing the feet. Like I can't do this and the feet at the same time. Like no fucking way. And like if these two are just doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but like you get in some of that poly shit like Numa. Like, there's just no way. Like, my brain does not function that way to where I can do two different things at the same time. And let alone my fucking feet. Forget that. That's just two hands. Like, I can't juggle.
Really?
I can't. I mean, I can take like one thing. I'm super coordinated.
You're
athletic,
very coordinated.
But I can't. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm telling you.
I could get you playing a fucking.
I could play a drum. I mean, sure, but
no.
When it gets
you need
weird,
the feet. You need the feet.
I'm telling you. You watch. It'll go fucking sideways. It'll just. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't focus in three different places at the same time.
We'll figure it out. We'll get you going. I mean, how are we going to start the band, dude?
Right? Oh, I'm the singer.
Okay.
Tooch is the drummer, you're the guitarist, and I'm the singer because that's the only way it works.
That's true.
It's the only way it works. And I've been called the songbird of my generation.
Very true. A couple from
Fergie and Jesus.
James that have been sitting here for a while.
All right.
Generator. Thanks for getting back to me on that. I hear it on the show a month fucking later. I thought I'd be working on it while you were on vacation, getting your ass plowed by water. Oh, well, nice to know I'm appreciated. James, I am sorry. When the generator takes a shit, absolutely you can help us out.
Sure.
Because
the goal is it's not going to take a shit again.
Yeah. Let's hope. But, sir, it was not about icing you out of the conversation. I didn't even...
I believe by the time
I get a lot of shit.
We discussed that, by the time that came in, it was already in process. The generator was no longer on the premises.
Yeah. Trav was nice enough to pick it up and take it for us. What'd you do? Did you just smack your finger? Sorry, buddy. We'll wrap it up there. How about that? Okay, we'll do one more. James and Connor were emailing back and forth to each other through us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a retort?
Yeah. Bone job. Well done, sir, as usual. Not knowing the full details, I was starting to question my admiration. Thank you for clarifying the entirety of the Taylor Hoare situation. Keep up the great work. Your daughter sounds like she's being raised right. Good day, my friend. I said, good day. Ciao for now.
All right.
So, yeah.
That was...
I love...
That was the nicest thing I've ever heard James say.
Yeah. Agreed.
That was the kindest email we've ever received. And it wasn't to us.
He calls you a trans lover and me a homo every day. So
right?
it's like, yeah. It's nice to see him back on. If you'd like to send an email, walters@detroitcast.com. Love reading your emails. And with that, we'll call it a day. You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a show to mañana. It is Mom's birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Moomer.
Yeah, and they're heading to California at the end of the week, and the schedule is jammed. So I either get to see my mom tomorrow or in a month.
Okay.
So I don't know. If I can make it work, I will, but I doubt it. I've got a doctor's appointment mid-afternoon, so we might have to make good somewhere else this week or something.
Give her 20 cents for me.
Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you soon.